we'll put it like that. What's it like? I was actually there in attendance in Cleveland for Coe's first career NFL touchdown, which was awesome. And,
Awesome.
It was a great game. You could hear me on camera. I was just screaming, "Say it ain't so, Coe! Say it ain't so!" Sadly, from there, the game kind of went off the rails a little. That was the last high moment of that game, but it was a great game. Overtime loss, fun time.
Yeah.
But how was that moment for you? Seeing the first, whether it was on TV, in person, wherever you were, seeing his first NFL touchdown. How was that?
Well, dude, I mean, we were at home because it was a away game. We don't travel to a lot of the away games because we can get into that later. But, to watch that and to think I wished I was there live. So to have your video was so cool. And just that, this is so cool. I mean, that was so cool for us. Catching it from Tom Brady, right? Like, he's got the ball yet. I mean, first NFL touchdown means a lot, right? I mean, as a dad, that's just so cool to see. And it was fun to watch. And, it didn't have the outcome we wanted, but still the same. What a memory. What a memory to have, right? So,
and honestly,
cool.
those one of the best guests ever, the Buccateers in the house tonight. You guys hear him on Tampa radio all the time. He's one of the best in the business. My favorite personal in the business. That's why I'm elated tonight. Growing up in the Chicago area, you're used to sports radio. That's what gets me through the day. So this man does help get me through the day, I will say, with the Pat and Aaron show at work. Nothing like it. So it's incredible. It looks like we got Stunna bumbling in. I'm Tampa Tones. We are joined by lead goon tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little clear. But we're joined by Pat Donovan.
It looks like Stunna's hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.
It does look like you got a little...
No, my camera's broke.
And he was trying to pull me in big time. And then I was like, nothing's happened with Indianapolis yet. Like, I really want to give Indy a chance. And then also I talked to Cody Gruden, once he took over Rich McCann, and still like, well, look, I was like, y'all just give me the opportunity to explore free agency, see what's going on, and then can I make us do it.
All right, everyone, you are tuned into the Buccateers at wide receiver, Kalen Geiger, and we are about to have a great pod. This is the Buccateers. You're tapped in, and here we go. Howdy, hey, howdy, ho. How the hell is everybody? Welcome into the Buccateers podcast. Hope everybody's having a great holiday season. Tampa Tones here alongside the great J-Lo. Going to be joined by Joey Nips here shortly as well. We got Bucs Skull Gang in the house saying good morning, everyone. Good morning to you. Hope your holidays and Christmas and New Year's and everything in between are going great. Fire the damn cannons. Go Bucs, go Bucs, go Bucs. Let's go indeed, Bucs 78-90. J-Lo, we need the Bucs to win tomorrow. Technically not a must-win, but if you lose to Miami, if you lose to Carolina, if you lose to New Orleans, if you lose to Atlanta consecutively, odds are you probably, A, don't belong in the playoffs, and B, the path narrows or could close in total tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it, and I'm glad we got some Bucs fans that are still rooting for our team. You got some of these other fans that are like wanting to lose, and I can't stand that. To me, you still root for your team to win, and I think this team can very well do it. They just got to show up. It's put up or shut up time tomorrow.
Buccateers member, honorary Buccateer Mike Puckhead in the house from Nebraska saying, good morning, boys. Good morning, Puckhead. Yeah, J-Lo. I don't get those guys. That's a good call by you. It's one of those things where why the hell would you never, ever not want to make the playoffs? I mean, regime change is going to most likely happen regardless in some sort of capacity, right? Not writing off bowls completely, but coaching front office, something's likely going to give. So whatever happens with the Bucs the last couple of weeks here, that's not going to change the outcome much. And B, J-Lo, say if the Bucs do go on a miracle run, why the hell would you care if they keep Todd Bowles at that point? Because then you win the Super Bowl and you got to keep the guy. So, it's really not anywhere in between other than, hey, I want my team to win, and win their fucking ass off.
I mean, if you remember over the years, we never had this opportunity. We always be out of it by November, December, and fans want to complain and want our team to lose. That's kind of like crappy, To me, going to the playoffs motivates the team and motivates the players, for next off season. And as far as Bowles goes, he's not going anywhere until probably after the season, which we could talk about another time. But at the same time, these players are talented enough to go out and win football games. It's just they got to want it, and I think they do. It just depends on execution, making the right plays, staying in communication. And that's pretty much it. So as far as these so-called Bucs fans that want your team to lose, screw y'all, man. That's just stupid, on their part talking like that.
For better draft capital. Josh Rosen was a top 10 pick in the draft, and Lamar Jackson was a 32nd pick in the draft in the same draft. So just because you get a higher pick, J-Lo, again, doesn't necessarily mean the results directly correlate. Just because you draft higher never is a guarantee that your production throughout your career is going to be better than one that's drafted, hell, maybe not even a couple picks later, but a couple rounds later.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you and I both know there are hidden players in the third or fourth round that could be star players. It's not all going to be in the first round. And I agree. Draft capital, it doesn't matter where you're at. It's about picking the right guy, which Lay has been pretty accurate for the most part. He's had some duds. But either way, draft capital doesn't matter. Either way, we're going to be at the bottom of the barrel around the 20s of the draft, and we still got opportunity to draft a stud in the third or fourth round.
That's where the Buccaneers are at heading into this weekend's game with Miami. Very critical game, not only for the Bucs to keep their seasons alive, but for the Buccaneers to kind of get back on the ship, right the ship a little bit, J-Lo, and set sail into the winning ways. Again, it's not like the Bucs are getting killed out here. We lost to Carolina in the winding seconds of the game. We lost to New Orleans in the winding seconds of the game. We lost to Atlanta in the winding seconds of the game, right, J-Lo? It's not like we're getting out here losing our ass off.
Exactly, and that's the difference. If we were getting blown out, okay, that's terrible. That's bad. But we lose in close ones. So to me, it shows that this team has a lot of fight in them and they want to win it. If they didn't, then we'd be getting blown out the door, but we haven't because we actually have talented players. Just got to win the football game. All it takes, Tones, is one win. You win, guess what? You're back on the winning trail. The players are motivated. They're hungry. We got players that are back. We got another player coming back, which we'll talk about later. So to me, if you just get the win, it's going to change a lot of perspective. I promise you that.
Couldn't agree more. Is J-Lo Tampa Tones taking you through our Buccateers Bucs Dolphins pregame show, our holiday Christmas special, where you have so much football to get into, including a kickoff that is 9 minutes away. Yes, we do have college football that is 9 minutes away. Very exciting. Our apologies. Meant to get on the air a little earlier this morning, but had a little finagling to do with the uppers about some stuff behind the scenes. So we are here. And Olivia's here as well. Good morning. Merry Christmas. Dumb Bucs fans, if they want them to lose, absolutely. Absolutely. We love our lady listeners. Merry Christmas. Welcome in. No worse Sunday. That is true. J-Lo, his toe. He's been battling a tough series of injuries this year, seemingly oblique, a toe. Obviously, the beginning of the year, he was out after that offseason procedure he had. So, one of the toughest guys on the Bucs, J-Lo, banged up and down and out yet again come tomorrow. Tristan Wirfs is out. Benjamin Chukwuma will start. I have high hopes. He won't be Wirfs out there, J-Lo, but I think Chukwuma will hold his own.
I couldn't agree more. Chukwuma did really well against the Saints when he started for Wirfs. Wirfs is a warrior, man. The guy's been working his way back. He's played pretty good football. A little off at times, but for the most part, he's our best lineman on the offensive line. But Ben Chukwuma, I'm very confident he'll do a good job protecting Baker's blind side, especially against Miami. I mean, yeah, Miami's got 2 talented pass rushers. But, however, Chukwuma, I think, will do a fine job. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Chukwuma could do, not because Wirfs is gone, but because maybe he could be a piece of this offensive line, at least a depth piece for this future, and you get that by building with reps, and he's certainly going to get his fair share of reps come this week. So, J-Lo, we do have a comment about Grizz, Josh Grizzard, the Bucs offensive coordinator, we will get to as well right here. It says Grizz not scheming guys open is hurting us. We are too predictable with all these weapons at our disposal. Very frustrating how they are being used. Bucs Skull game coming at Grizzard as well. J-Lo, thoughts on Josh Grizzard here, the Bucs current offensive coordinator, before we get to some game predictions, score predictions, player of the game preview. Thoughts on Grizzard and how he's kind of working his way late into the season, year one in his offensive coordinator role?
I mean, it's his first year play calling. I'm not going to totally excuse him, but I'm not going to be all over him either. This is the first time he's had a talented roster. You know, I mean, all these receivers, you know, back at one and trying to get Bucky the ball as well. To me, you know, you got to put on the players too on execution. You know, there was miscommunication as well. So you got to look at that as well. You know, Baker took the blame of some of those losses because they're true. Execution's got to be executed at the same time. So I want to give Grizz a little bit of grace here because I feel he can get better and possibly get the receivers the ball to get it going. Because if you watch the last game against Carolina, we're moving the ball down the field pretty quickly, but then miscommunication between Mike and Baker and a pick was thrown. So to me, you got to get Grizz some grace, man. It's not like he's an experienced play caller here. He's a guy working his way, trying to get it right, and I think he can. You just got to believe, man.
I think he can as well. And Buck Skullgang says Liam Cohen was first year. It was amazing. No excuse for Grizz. Buck 7890, no excuse for Grizz. No one's excusing the guy, fellas. Watch the games. Watch how they unfold. And you guys are going to say no excuses for Grizz or no excuses for the players? Was it Grizz who threw that interception late in the game? Was that Grizz? Was that Grizz when Mike Evans and Baker Mayfield and miscommunication when we could have went down and won the game? That was Grizz? Okay. And then I'll one-up you. Drops against the Saints by Buka. That was Grizz? Would have won us the game.
Take it back to Seattle.
And then you look back, 1 second, J-Lo, Atlanta, Grizz played defense? That was Grizz who let up that 4th and 14? And let's not forget, Dave Canales, heavily criticized until about week 17 or 18 in his last season. In his first season, last season. So it's not excuses. He needs to get crisper. He needs to get better. But J-Lo, I'm sick and tired of every single person saying, coach this, coach that, when these players are not making plays when they should be making plays to win football games. It's sad. It's pathetic.
That's what they get paid for. And they want to pick on Grizz play calling. Take it back to Seattle when his play
and real quick, it's not up to Grizzard if Culp is active. It's not up to Grizz.
Nope.
I'm sorry. Culp being active or not is Todd Bowles and Jason Light. Continue on, J-Lo.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if you go back to the Seattle game, his play calling picked apart Seattle's defense. That's one of the top defenses in the league. So let's go back to that game or take it to the 49ers game. The play calling was actually pretty good. So I'm not understanding why they're blaming the coaches all on the play calling. The players have to execute the play as well. It goes both ways. So it's accountability all around, team-wise. And for them to go out to Grizz like that, put it all on him, no. Let's straighten this out right now. The defense is not very good, as we all know. It is what it is. And Grizz ain't calling the defensive plays. He's calling offense. And he was drawing up on the last drive last week against Carolina. The players just didn't communicate and execute. And that's why we lost the game. They lost the game. Not Grizz. It was the players. Simple.
Buccaneers beat Carolina with that formula before. They should have done it again. And I love Bucs 7, but see, this is now we're hopping back and forth here, right? It started off with Colts involvement. Now it's back to Rashad and Bucky. Bucky's still not healthy. We got to remember that. And, that's not Grizz's fault. At the beginning of the year, ripping off big plays. I do think Rashad White should touch the ball more. I do certainly think that. So, no, that is not true. If you go back in history, Dave Canales was not a good play caller in the media's eyes or the fans' eyes until about week 14 or 15 of that season. So that is not true. Bucs 7, 8, 90. That's just not true. Players blamed was 5-1. Hot start, losing streak. Yeah, you got to blame everybody. Players are accountable, guys. I know it's breaking news, but the players are just as equal to blame here as the coaching staff. I know that's hard to grasp, but come on. I mean, if these players execute plays against the Saints, Falcons, and Panthers, the Bucs at least win 2 out of those 3. We could sit here and blame coaching all we want until we turn blue in the face, and coaching is part of the problem. We're not saying it's not. But once in a while, you got to hold the players accountable. And it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Here on the Buccateers podcast, J-Lo, Tampa Tones, hoping to prep you guys up for a big win against Miami tomorrow. Keep the season alive with a win against Miami. So, J-Lo, Kalijah Cansey's practice window is open, although he will not be returning this week. Maybe we do get Kalijah Cansey back when we return to Ray J. Week 18, we will be in attendance. Hopefully, Cansey will be on the field as well.
I mean, what a tough SOB, man. Coming back from the injury, he's coming back first off. Second of all, bringing him back, especially come playoff time if we make it, to me, I feel he's going to help provide a lot of pass rush to where we have not had most of the year, to where we get off the field on third down and keep more time on the clock for our offense to roll, to get the ball rolling. So him being bad, that's huge. Shout out to him rehabbing his way back in there, because a lot of players don't come back from that type of injury. Usually that's really season ending. And for him making the effort to come back, you got to love it, man. That's a true football player right there.
Bucks Skull Gang saying Grizz third down master last year. Agreed. But Baker was a lot better on third downs last year too, J-Lo. I think his injury is hindering his play greatly. I still love Bake. But I can't blame Grizzard on everything when you look at the film and see Baker missing some of these guys left and right.
And plus, look at the O-line, how depleted our interior O-line has been as well. They want to talk about Liam from last year with the play calling. He actually had a much better offensive line setup than we have this year, if you want to be honest about that too. So protecting Baker's been a problem, and run the ball up the middle has been a problem. So you got to look at those things as well. And any real football fan will tell you that you got to have a front offensive line in the trenches creating holes for the running back, right? So let's put that to the side for a second when you want to talk about Liam's play calling when he had a better offensive line than what Grizz has got right now, interior-wise.
That's just it. And, K. Dotton was not making these mistakes last season either. You didn't have K. Dotton doing the thing where he catches the ball and fumbles the ball in the same play. So nope. We'll see. Our guy Pless, hi friends, excited to see you all next week. Mark is going to go as well. Yeah, let's get some positive news in here. Yes. Let's get a round of applause in here for that.
Heck yeah.
We will be taking over Ray J in total. There's about 24, 25 of us going. That's going to be incredible. Hopefully it's a win and in scenario. Could be a playoff type game as well. Our guy Plus says metrics say play action pass and pass in general. is a smart plan tomorrow versus Miami. And J-Lo, I think that's what we're going to get. I think Grizzard, again, is going to call that type of game, just like it showed that the run should have beat Carolina, the pass should beat Miami, and it's up to the players to execute that into a win against a struggling Dolphins team this year.
No, I mean, well said. I couldn't agree more. I just think Grizzard is going to coach his ass off these next 2 weeks because his job could be on the line. So to me, I think we're going to see a lot of big play actions going on. I think he's going to open up the playbook more as well. You know, sometimes they take a little time. I think we're going to finally see that tomorrow, to see Baker throw the ball everywhere because he's got 4 talented receivers. Get them the ball.
And again, was Liam's run blocking schemes better? Or did he have a healthy Luke Gadecki? Remember, he was banged up at one point this year. Tristan Wirfs has been in and out all year. Graham Barton has heavily taken a step back. Ben Bredeson's out. Cody Mock's out. So was he scheming better? Or is it way better personnel out there? I think it could be both. I think Cohen certainly could have schemed a little better. But the main brunt of it, J-Lo, that people are forgetting are the Bucs are without Ben Bredeson, Cody Mock, Tristan Wirfs. They've been without Gadecki, and Barton's decreased greatly, and O'Keefe, their main blocking tight ends, out for the year as well. People are not putting all of those factors into the breadbasket when it comes to dissecting this Buccaneers run game.
Agree. I mean, that's what I'm trying to get these people to understand. We got 2 veteran guards who are not very good this year. They're not. We can agree to disagree. And like you said, Barton has regressed to where we may have to find a way to get him better next year or not. Maybe switch him to guard. I don't know. But to me, when you have Bredeson, who we paid during the offseason, he's out, and then Cody Maw with that blow injury earlier in the year, and like you said, O'Keefe, another guy no one talks about. O'Keefe was very big on the run blocking last year, and no one talks about O'Keefe. That's another missing piece right there. So to me, I feel that the O-line has been depleted, and that takes away a lot from the run blocking scheme and the run scheme from last year, if you ask me.
It really does. It really does. And we are live here on the Buccateers podcast, having a good convo. Do you blame Grizzard more? Do you blame injuries more? Who is to blame here for this Buccaneers kind of collapse, I guess you could say, late in the season? Real Bucs talk saying shotgun runs along with under center play action has to be the strategy. I agree there. I mean, I think play action could get this Dolphins defense out of their ordinary and, you know, get a little loose ankles, and maybe it could create big plays through the play action. You'll get open receivers down the field, and it will probably set up a run offense as well if you could execute some play action the right way. Jacksonville is one of the better rushing teams in the league. The coaching at the end of the day, too much firepower on our offense to look like this, fellas. Again, multiple things. I'm not going to go ahead and say it's all on Grizz. Obviously, Baker's injury has big something to do with it. And Jason Light hasn't drafted as great. We have to hold Jason Light a little bit accountable too, J-Lo. Look at his edge rushers he's drafted. They haven't hit. That's a big part of the problem. The edge rushers have not hit for this Buccaneers team, and that's an indictment directly on Jason Light. See, I love Jason Light, but this is together. This is part of the problem. Too many people are giving him green lights. What free agent did he bring in this year to make us better? What in the draft did he do for edge rusher wise the past 3 years to make this team better? And I love Jason Light. I think he's one of the top GMs in the game, but he's not without fault here, J-Lo.
No, he's not perfect. I mean, he's going to have some misses. It happens. But I think come off season, hopefully he'll take the season in like, okay, I think it's time to make some bigger moves. You know, I know he likes to sit on those draft picks, but you know what? Why not trade a couple first rounders this offseason, which we could talk about another time? But to me, Light hopefully will take the season's end like, okay, Obviously, we need to invest more in the defense because there's only really one player we have to resign is Mike Evans, which I think is possible. But they got to win first. They got to give these players motivation to come here, instead of losing the locker room, the fans bashing the team like they are right now.
And two things are true with this. Yeah, Light brought in Hassan Reddick, but if you're going to blame Grizzard for not executing offense, you got to blame Light for Hassan Reddick not executing then, right? I mean, it wouldn't be fair to say, oh, it's Grizzard and not the players, but then to say, oh, Light brought him in, but it's not the player,
Well, Hassan Reddick fooled me, man. I thought for sure he was going to have a productive year, but it is what it is. Hopefully he'll step it up the next couple of games and get it going. That's all we can do is root for the best. And obviously it wasn't a home run hit. Simple as that. And Light's going to make his mistakes. Like I say, he's not perfect. But he'll learn from it, and hopefully we'll make better decisions in the offseason. That's all we can do for Jason Light.
And I think Plus hit the nail on the head. Offense, defense, and special teams has failed throughout the season, and that's on the head coach ultimately. Linebacker and edge has been a need for a few years, and unfortunately it hasn't happened. Light has to be better. Yes, really so, J-Lo. Quick last thoughts on who to blame. I personally think it's everybody. I think it's Jason. I think it's Coach. Okay, yes. That's like Grizz calling the right play, but the player's dropping it and blaming Grizz. Jason added a need, but he added the wrong guy. So that's on Jason.
It's all team effort. It's all the team effort. Coaching, players, front office. It's all team effort. That's all we can really say. And also, you can throw injuries in there as well. So team effort, that's all I can really say. It's all team-wise, not just the players, not just the coaches. Jason Light, it's all together. That's all we can really say. You can't just point a finger at one person. Like Baker's injury.
It's just a little ignorant to say, oh, it's Grizzard, and not the players. But then you could say, oh, Light signed a player, and he didn't pan out. So, it's just, that's on Light. It's like calling the wrong play. You signed the wrong guy. That's an indictment on Light. But I will say, before we bring in Joey Nips, J-Lo, our pass rush still looks a hell of a lot better when Reddick is on the field, even though he hasn't been great.
Oh, no, I couldn't agree more. I mean, him being on the field gives us a better chance. He's the one applying more pressure, and he's probably our best pass rusher on the field besides Yaya Diaby. And then poor JPP had to come in, and you saw what he did. So Hassan Reddick is all we got, man. So all we can do is root for the guy. He'll go perform out there the next two games.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things. JPP, hey, at least on the two series he played, they had a punt and they had to settle for a field goal. So, not that he did much or accumulated anything, but it's just an all-in-all effort, right? I'm sick of people. It is ultimately mostly on coaching, but the GM isn't without fault and the players aren't without fault either. So it's just a catch-22. And before we bring in Joey, the last thing on that, Emeka Egbuka, who I love, I already have his jersey, one of my favorite players on this team. The Bucs needed an edge. The Bucs needed a middle linebacker. They punted on both of those to bring in Egbuka, which is fine. I think it's still the smart move, but let's not forget we punted on a couple needs in the draft and drafted a wide receiver. So nobody's without fault here for this collapse, but we could fix it come tomorrow with a win against the Dolphins and then right the ship at home week 18 against the Panthers. Isn't that right, Mr. Joey?
Yeah, I mean, got to look for the positives this late in the year. We only have a couple weeks left, so both our teams could use it. And, yeah, I mean, you got to win now. That we could blame whoever we want. A lot of people are going to have different opinions on who gets the most blame. I don't really give a fuck who gets the most blame or not. I want to win a football game. People try to dig in the weeds too much when they don't know the game that well, and it is what it is. But, no excuses. People want to say injuries. I don't give a shit about injuries for either of our teams. Look at what San Francisco's doing. Look at what other teams are doing. There's no excuses. We got to win a football game. It's been 2 months of hell for the Bucs and the Colts. It's time to step up and win, and that's the end of my story.
Our guy Mundo from the outside looking in as a Bears fan, it looks like Bowles is an issue, penalties and players not performing up to their standards. And I do agree semi with that, but again, you look at 3 plays the past 3 weeks, and the Bucs, if Baker and Mike execute that play, they could win or tie the game. Against the Saints, Baker misses Igbuka. It is mainly on coaching, and I'll always say that, but my Lord, these players have not helped Bowles and company. But that's for sure. Yeah, Light isn't going anywhere, but he has to get better. He has to get better. I love Jason Light, but he does have to get better. The great Jimmy Colada. Good morning, Joseph. Go Rivers. Let's get a W for the shoes. So, wow, Jimmy Colada doing a 360 here with you, Joe.
Absolutely. Good morning, Jimmy. Prayers out. God bless America.
God bless the USA as we are live here on the Buccateers Christmas special, breaking down Bucs Dolphins. J-Lo, if you're worried about one guy on Miami, coaching or player-wise, who are you looking out for?
I'm going to go with Bradley Chubb just because of his veteran experience, getting paid big bucks. You know he's going to go after our rookie left tackle to get after Baker.
Chubba, choo-choo. Joey, what say you on the Dolphins? If you have to pick one Dolphin you're worried about, who are you circling and crossing at night?
Well, I mean, I saw them week 1 because they played the Colts and we blew them out. That's a totally different situation than we're facing here in week 17. Miami has gotten a little bit hot, although last week that all kind of fell apart when they got their ass kicked by Joe Burrow and the Dolphins. I don't know really what they're doing at quarterback, so I won't even mention the QB there because if Quinn Ewers beats you guys, that's a deserved L. I'm trying to see right now what Jalen Waddle's been up to because I do worry about cornerback play. So he has 64 receptions, 910 yards, and 6 touchdowns. I would definitely look for him. You don't want him to get away big. The Panthers receivers aren't the scariest, and at times we just didn't make enough plays last week when we were in North Carolina to sustain. So I'm going to go with Jalen Waddle. Don't let him go crazy or get off. Because you guys are usually pretty good with stopping the running game. So it's all about shutting down the pass. So I'll go Waddle.
I'm going to look at a guy who's on the comeback trail. Darren Waller. I'm going with the tight end. He's had a couple of big games this year. Rap career went south, so he came back to the football field. But all jokes aside, the Bucs get gutted by tight ends. Here's a tight end who has gutted a couple teams this year. He has a couple 2-touchdown big performance games. Quinn Ewers, a rookie, might be looking for a tight end to use as kind of his security blanket. Darren Waller scares me. Let's just hope Todd Bowles makes adjustments and, gets this defense ready to go. Let's see what the defense does tomorrow against Quinn Ewers. I mean, if Todd Bowles doesn't have him ready to go tomorrow, as Mundo said, that is one thing where you can kind of look back on that and say, okay, you have lost 4 in a row against inferior opponents. Yeah, I'm worried about Devin Achane as well, although I didn't mention him. Waddle was a good one. Achane, good one. Waller, good one. So this is a game where Bowles has to make adjustments. Quinn Ewers hasn't looked great, only 1 start, but we'll have to feast on him. If Quinn Ewers picks us apart, that's not a good sign or indictment on Todd Bowles and the defense. And I do agree, Bucs 78-90. The writing would be on the wall if the Bucs somehow lose to Miami and the defense just looks terrible. I couldn't agree more with you there. Joey, if you have a score prediction and a Buck player of the game, where are you going? Where are you headed?
Yeah, a chain is hot. Hopefully they just put 10 guys in the box because that's what should be done. But he has had 3 touchdowns in the past 4 games, so he is pretty hot.
And he can catch passes too. That's what makes that guy dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's kind of does it all. Although his receiving, he had 67 yards the week before. He's hit or miss there, but definitely multi-lethal, to say the least. I'll go Tampa Bay 24, Miami 16. I just don't think they can sustain enough offensively. They had a home game last week again against the Bengals, who are flat on their ass and look like shit all year. I don't expect that to change too much Mike McDaniel can bring out all the trick plays he wants, but unless the Bucs are playing blind, I don't think that will be very effective. I'm going to go 24-16 in my player of the game. Mike Evans played really well last week. I'm going to try to go with somebody else because somebody else has to get going. I just thought outside of Evans, it was too inconsistent on the offensive end. I'm going to go with Ibuka. It's been a little bit, he started the year hot. Sometimes they hit that slump in the second half. I think he comes back strong with 100 yards and a touchdown tomorrow.
You and Munz are on the same page. As Munz chimes in saying Ibuka player of the game, as Munz is watching.
Rather be with Jimmy Mundo than anybody who's coming over today. So thank you. Nice to see you, Jimmy Mundo.
Hey, although I definitely agree there. That's, no, I'll just leave it at that. Munz is the smartest football brain out of the crew, which ain't hard to do, but Munz does have a smart football brain. We'll see. No, there's some smart fellas in there. I'm kidding. There are a bunch of smart guys in there. So we love it. We have our Christmas party ready to roll today. Joey Nips and me, and Munz will come over. Tim Crowley will be over. Ruiz will be over. All the bros will be over celebrating. We have 8 bowl games on today, 2 NFL games on today. Just a lovely day to be alive. College football is underway. Pittsburgh, East Carolina playing right now. But J-Lo, what's your score prediction? So far, we got 24-16, 20-13. Ibuka is 2 player of the game votes.
I'm going to go with Bucs 31, Dolphins 14. I just don't see Ewers having a really breakout game. I think we're going to actually get after him and not let him spread the ball. And I think we'll contain H.M. pretty well when it comes to him running the ball. And my player of the game, I'm going to go with Jalen McMillan. I think he's going to have a big day. I think he's going to be a receiver. It's going to be some clutch catches. And I think he gets 2 tutties. That's how confident I am that I think he's going to be the one the Dolphins are not going to focus on too much. And he's going to make plays.
I'm going to go with Man, we should really win this game pretty handily, but what's come easy with this team? Absolutely freaking nothing. I think our defense bends but doesn't break tomorrow. I think we do let up some scoring opportunities and some points as well. I'm going to go 27-16. Buccaneers winning by an 11. Not a great 11-point win, but they do win by 11. And for the player of the game, I'm going to go with Vita Vea. I think he's going to step up and eat somebody tomorrow. I think he's literally going to eat a Dolphin tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be a player or the mascot, but I think Vita Vea just shows up tomorrow with his bib on, and he's ready to eat, ready to get hungry. He heard Cansey coming back. He's like, I'm going to step my game up for when Cansey does return. We're going to be hard to beat. Winfield, says Pops, 27-20 bucks. He has to earn his Pro Bowl nod. So there we go. We get a couple of different ones here. Winfield, Vea, Ibuka, Jalen McMillan, player of the games. Buck 7890 says Ibuka, McMillan, Evans, Godwin should never leave the field. Great OC will feast and our weapons need to be used. Yeah, that's what's unfortunate. You can't play them all at once with personnel packages, right? You just always can't play 4 wide receivers. So as great as that would be, just hard to do, but I do love it. The Bucs are ready to roll. JC Allen saying, yo, 34-16 predicts JC Allen in that one. We were on a double road trip last week. Sunday, we lost in Carolina. Monday, we lost in Indianapolis. But, Joey, it was fun being there for old man Phillip Rivers. A lot of fans were fired up, ready to roll. Blue threw me a Christmas gift. I was dressed in a Christmas outfit. Colts mascot got me a Christmas gift. That was some cool stuff. Colts still not dead yet, Joey. Still trying to scrap and claw. It doesn't look great, but until it's over, you never say never.
Oh, yeah, and the Chargers could do a big favor today by winning. Go Chargers, go. So I'll be definitely all over that game because then we're still alive. With the win tomorrow, so it all starts at 4:30 Eastern. Shouldn't have to root for other teams. Hopefully, it'd be nice just to win and get in. But here's the table we are dealt, and that's what we do. We have all off season to bitch and moan about changes and things that could be gone with teams that don't make the postseason. But that's not what this is for. There's still hope left. That's what this time of year about is hope. And we just hope for it to happen. So go Chargers. I love Phillip Rivers back. The thing brings me back, even though haven't won in the last couple of games. Our offense came to life. Shows how good Shane Steichen is at play calling when you have a guy who's 44 and can't throw it 50 plus or run at all, but he's so smart at the line of scrimmage. It's like having two coaches there on the offense. So I've been having some fun the last couple of weeks. It's been good. It's been fun. And hopefully today we get back on track with what we need, because Houston has been relentless. The Chargers have been relentless. One of them got to sit down today. I'm very intrigued by it.
And I love when he's talking to the line, his wide receivers. You don't really see that with quarterbacks in this era, right? You used to see that all the time. Brady, Manning, Rivers of the world, very verbal. Even Big Ben Roethlisberger, you see him talking to the line. You see him talking to receivers. Modern day football, you don't get that communication with your quarterbacks. And I think that's important for this young Colts team to not only try and win games with Phillip Rivers right now and still have a chance at the playoffs, but he's also help coaching up a lot of these younger players and making them realize, what you got to do to win football games. And I think a lot of that will rub off on these young Colts guys for the future. So I think at the least, the Phillip Rivers move was excellent in order to get the young guys' minds in the right direction, heads in the right direction of, hey, this is what a winning Colt, even if we're not winning games, this is what winning looks like. This is what good coaching reminisces. And it's been a great experience that Phillip Rivers, although 0-2, I mean, two great performances by him in different ways. J-Lo, thoughts on the Colts? They're still beat in a heartbeat?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Colts are playing with a lot of heart, man. And you got to give a shout to Phillip Rivers, still playing at a pretty good level after being out of football for almost 4 or 5 years. So I'm very impressed with that. And the Colts still got a fighting chance, and never say never, never give up. They got Sauce Gardner, I believe, coming back, so that's going to be huge for them in the pass game. They lost Butner for the year, fortunately, is what it is. But the Colts got a lot of fight in them, and I think they got a really good shot at, winning out the next 2 games and possibly getting a postseason appearance.
Yeah, I think we just need our old guys, Rivers and JPP, to beat the fuck out of players on the other team. Just take their canes and walkers and start clubbing other guys in the head and saying, hey, we need any advantage we could get here. Yeah, Sauce Gardner returning. Joey, a lot of Colts fans will have their eye on him as they gave up a lot for him to kind of help this playoff push, and he's been banged up along the way, but certainly all eyes on Sauce Gardner. What say you for this Colts prediction and player of the game?
Yeah, and a couple of things. Going back to the first point, we have a quarterback developmental problem in this league. All people want to do this time now is get to college, throw it as far as they can, read off their arm, and then get plays going. That's not football. What Phillip Rivers is doing is football. You still have
I was pretty impressed with the Chiefs kid the other night in his first start. He didn't look great, but against a tough Denver D, I think, that kid deserves a look somewhere.
I mean, there was 3 third-string quarterbacks that played on Christmas, and none of them had good statistics. And some of them had potential, yes, like the Chiefs guy, I didn't even hear of him before, so just kudos to him for going out there against a good defense, like you said. The Vikings picked up the win, but he had some of the worst statistics for a winning QB. And then Josh Johnson is a seasoned vet who he's 35 plus years old, probably on his 25th team too. So it's it is crazy what's happening. And I just hope NFL finds a way to get fixed, at least MLB, NBA, when these guys aren't playing, they go to AAA, the G League, Summer League, all these other things. Meanwhile, quarterbacks either get thrust into play because of injury or too soon, or they just sit on the bench and have to go against scout defense. And I don't want to hear all they're learning a lot back there, playing on the scout offense, going against defenses. That doesn't do you much good. Those are unpadded practices. So that's number one. But getting to your question with the Colts and the player of the game, even though a lot can change by, in about 10 hours with how we view that game, whether we're playing for playoffs or we're eliminated, I just want to beat the Jaguars' ass. They have played good in the second half, no doubt, but all good things must come to an end. And I think it could start tomorrow at home. We usually play them well at home. Get Trevor Lawrence to get back to his turnover ways and find a way to win a football game. So I'll go Colts 24, Jacksonville 23. What will be a fun game, and the last game at Lucas Oil Stadium, as we were there for Monday Night Football, as you mentioned. But we got one more home game, and my player of the game, I'm going to give it to Phillip because he did show improvement from week 1 to week 2. I hope to see some more improvement from week 2 to week 3.
So a little update in the Military Bowl that just got underway.
You see that missed field goal?
Yeah, so the last 3 plays in the game were a missed field goal, and then a turnover on East Carolina, and a turnover on Pitt, and now a turnover by East Carolina, it looks like. So it's now they ruled it incomplete. But it's been a wild early game between Pitt and East Carolina. I'm going to go with the Colts. They got to limit this Jaguar. The defense has to make adjustments because last week San Fran.
Oh, yeah. I mean, every player should have just walked home in the snow or something after that.
And Abdullah, that was a gut and fumble, too. You can't afford stuff like that. Give me 27-26. Colts win on a walk-off stunner. I think somebody defensively have to step up. Who that might be, I don't really know, but somebody has to, and I'm going to go with Kwity Paye because he's trying to play for a payday, and no pun intended, Paye hasn't really earned his payday yet. So please step up tomorrow and force some pressure on Lawrence, who might force some turnovers if he's pressured. Give me Paye 27-26. Colts, Jayla, what say you?
I really think the Jaguars are going to shit the bed tomorrow. You know, it's just one of those games where they're going to end up crapping the bed, and I think this is the game. So, to me, give me the Colts in their final home game of the season. I like them 28, Jaguars 21, play of the game. I say give it to Michael Pittman Jr. I think he steps up and made some big plays to help get them the W. Michael Pittman Jr.
There we go. We got through our Bucs predictions. We got through our Colts predictions. We are now on to our Christmas fun here on the Buccateers before we end it with some fun segments as well. We're going to go through some fun topics for the holiday season and get to answering them. Play along with us in the comments. If you are watching live right now, hit that like button, subscribe button, turn that notification bell on here on the Buccateers. We appreciate it. You'll never miss an episode today. Help us out by hitting that like button and subscribe button. We do offer membership opportunities to receive free merch, receive shout outs for the pod, and so much more on our YouTube at Buccateers Podcast. And we always appreciate super chats. Never expected, always appreciated here on the Buccateers. We have some coasters being made. We have some great giveaways going on right now. Joey, J-Lo, Zach are involved in those. Go to the Buccateers Twitter page. See some cool prizes you might win. We will still have 1 or 2 more giveaways as well in our 12 days of Bucsmas as we get into our Christmas fun, fellas. As we're continuing the fun today, it's still the weekend of Christmas. Why not have some fun with this? So let's start off here by an easy classic. J-Lo, favorite Christmas movie for you, my friend?
Oh, man, so many choices. I'm going to go with Home Alone, man. I grew up watching it. Always one of my all-time favorites. Give me Home Alone, Kevin McAllister just torturing those 2 criminals at his house.
And this battle of weird stuff continues as East Carolina goes for it on 4th and inches and stuffed at the play. Pitt just stuffs East Carolina, makes them lose 3 on a 4th and inches. My Lord, this is a crazy Military Bowl to start. Joey, what say you on the movie? Where are you headed?
Yeah, me and J-Lo can go socks only because I'm huge on Home Alone. We could curl up next to each other, you know. Hopefully he's unshaved for the holiday season to keep warmer. And we watch Home Alone 1 together.
Oh my.
If I had to pick another one, though, just for the sake of doing it, I never really saw the Santa Claus movies after the first one. I did enjoy number 2 a lot.
Tim Allen is just awesome in those movies. I love A Christmas Story, and I love The Family Man. I would give the slight edge to A Christmas Story because I think it's a little more Christmassy than Family Man, but I love Family Man as well. So I'm going to go with those 2. J-Lo, Christmas cookies or holiday pie for dessert?
Oh man, Christmas cookies, man. I'm the cookie monster, man. Give me some Christmas cookies.
Joey, where you heading? Holiday pie or Christmas cookies for your dessert?
Cookies.
I'm going with Christmas cookies as well. There's just so many different kinds, different shapes, different varieties that you don't see all year, and then they come out on Christmas. I do love some pumpkin pie and other pies, but give me the cookies as well. J-Lo, holiday ham or turkey for your meat preference?
Ooh, I'm all about the holiday ham, baby. That's what I had on Christmas Day, holiday ham.
Joey, what say you, turkey or holiday ham? And Mr. H saying Mrs. H will make some cookies for you. Oh, Mrs. H, bring it. That deserves a round of applause right there for Mrs. H.
I'll take the holiday ham all day.
This is tough, but on Thanksgiving, give me turkey. On Christmas, give me ham. I'll try and make it as easy as that. J-Lo, would you rather give a fun gift or receive a fun gift?
Well, me being a parent, I'm always been a giver, so I'd rather give a great gift to a very special person, which will be my kids first.
Joey, would you rather give a fun gift or receive a fun gift?
Definitely before like 5 years ago, I'd say receive, but I like giving gifts now. Just to see the person's face on the other side. Is any gift I get is considered a good one unless it's like a Jaguars, Cardinals, or some bullshit opposing rival team.
Yeah, that, maybe today you'll get a Trevor Lawrence jersey in the Friends grab bag. You'll never know.
I do need toilet paper.
I prefer giving. The older I get, I like giving more as well. Don't get me wrong. Always fun to get a fun gift. I love it too. But giving and seeing the person's expression when you hit a home run is just like, let's fucking go. It is a great feeling. J-Lo, for decoration, do you prefer Santa Claus or Frosty the Snowman?
Damn, tough one. I'm gonna go with Santa, man. Give me the big guy, Santa.
Joey, how about you? If you had to pick one decoration, Santa Claus or Frosty the Snowman?
Ooh. I watched Jack Frost recently, but I just mentioned Santa Claus. Decoration-wise, if you're going on the ground, Snowman. If you're going on the roof, Santa.
Yeah, it's hard too because I think snowman could last longer, right? You could leave a snowman out all winter.
Well, that's why he eats those blue chews. That's why it lasts longer.
Love it, love it. That's a tough one. I'm gonna go with Santa Claus just because I am Santa Claus, but I also love Frosty the Snowman, so no hate there. J-Lo, if you're picking a sidekick, are you picking a reindeer or are you picking a gingerbread man?
Oh, reindeer, man, all day.
Joey, what say you? For sidekick, you going with the reindeer or you going with the gingerbread man?
Gingerbread man, because if he gets crabby, I'll just eat him.
Hey, and there you go. You always got some fuel. Yeah, that's a tough one, but I'm going to go with gingerbread man as well, just because, hey, it could attract Santa Claus to the house. 2 more left on our holiday fun Christmas special here. J-Lo, would you rather wrap a gift or bag a gift?
I've always been terrible at wrapping, so to me, bagging's a lot easier for me. So give me the bagging game.
Joey, would you rather wrap a gift or bag a gift?
Always wrap it up, and I'm going to stick with the wrapping for that reason.
I'm going to go with wrap as well, although some stuff needs to be bagged, right? Like if it's too little.
I never had tissue paper is the issue.
Yeah, that's another thing. Bags always provide a little more work too because you need a little more. So there's that. I'm going to go with rapping just because I'm a rapping guy as well. J-Lo, last one for you. Does Christmas end on Christmas or do you carry it through the weekend?
Oh, gotta carry through the weekend, man. That's the way to go. So to me, you carry through the weekend, keep your Christmas lights, your tree on, keep the spirit going.
Joey, what say you? Does Christmas end on Christmas or do you carry it through the weekend?
Yeah, definitely carry it through the weekend. I mean, these holidays come to abrupt ends after you prepare all year around. So there's still family and friends to be seen, and definitely carry it through. Nothing funny about if the Bucs lose either. Really bad, poor comment there. Polish year goes all the way through January. Wow. Well, hopefully you got multiple pairs of Christmas socks down there, Mr. Mike, because
I'm going down to Nebraska to celebrate Christmas January 25th, baby. Let's ride. Who's with me? No, but I continue Christmas, and I know so many people this weekend, whether it was yesterday, today, or tomorrow, with parties, including ourselves. So why the hell brick down when you, like Joey said, you put all the time in, you put all the work in. Like J-Lo said, turn those damn lights on. It's only a couple days longer. Everything's just more merry this time of year, so you might as well keep the good vibes going. But that'll do it for our Christmas fun, for our holiday fun. We got a couple more segments here now as we get into the Bowl Blitz here with J-Lo. You could catch the Bowl Blitz. We will be back this week and next week with our traditional Bowl Blitz type shows, as Puckhead agrees with us exactly. Yeah, you work so hard for Christmas, you enjoy it. Or whatever holiday you celebrate, even Hanukkah, whatever, right? So there you go. But we're going to go around the room now and do our Bowl Blitz Spread 'em segment. Remember, college football, we always do Spread 'em. J-Lo, we're going to start with you with the Military Bowl. It's live in progress. Live spread is Pittsburgh -10 against East Carolina as we kick off the Bowl Blitz here with our bowl picks.
I mean, it's off to an ugly start right now, as I see. But you got to remember, East Carolina lost both their coordinators to other universities. So I say Pittsburgh will end up getting the win just because they got a better coaching staff at this point in this game.
The great Mrs. H from Nebraska, who we love greatly, texted into the show a picture of her front lawn, his little baby Jesus out there in the manger, looking beautiful, ready to roll. We appreciate the pictures texted into the program. We love it. We love it. We love it. J-Lo got the Military Bowl, Joey. We're going to continue our bowl fun here with We Are Penn State. Clemson, Penn State in the Pinstripe Bowl. Clemson -2.5. This is really going to be fun because both these teams don't have a ton of opt-outs. Penn State still has Terry Smith coaching him. Clemson, Dabo Swinney coaching them, obviously, too.
Yeah, and two teams before the year. I remember when we were sitting here with Plus on a show predicting playoffs, and both of these teams were mentioned at some point. So it could be the best football game of the day college-wise. And looking at the spread right now, currently sitting at 2.5, 3. I don't like Dabo. I'll take Penn State.
Munz is looking nice in his Christmas sweater, ready to roll here as we're watching bowl games. Great day to be alive. Friends' Christmas party coming along. 2:15 Eastern, I get the Fenway Bowl. Army -8.5 against UConn. UConn has a lot of opt-outs. Their QB's opting out. Some wide receivers are opting out. Army just played Navy pretty close. Tough. Bucks, I love it. All in all, go Grizz, go Bucks. Let's go. Streaking playoffs. Let's go. Couldn't agree more. So let's go. I'm going to go. I think Army wins. I'm going with Army covering as well. UConn just has a lot of opt-outs. They don't have their coach anymore. I'm going with Army covering the 8.5. J-Lo, you get a fun one in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. 22nd ranked Georgia Tech +3.5 against 11th ranked BYU.
I say BYU wins because Georgia Tech lost Buster Faulkner, who went to Florida, lost their offensive coordinator and some of the coaching staff. So I feel BYU is going to have more of the advantage just because they have their coaching staff intact, haven't lost anybody, and I don't think any of their players opt out of the bowl game. So give me BYU Cougars.
Joey, you get the Arizona Bowl. Miami of Ohio from the MAC is plus 5.5 against Fresno State.
Yeah, and that's a Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. Shout out to Snoop. That halftime was way better than the past couple of years and will be way better than the non-English channel on this year's Super Bowl. So give me Fresno State to cover that one.
5:45 Eastern, 25th ranked North Texas against San Diego State in the New Mexico Bowl. San Diego State plus 6.5. I like San Diego State getting the points. North Texas had a great year. Their coach is gone. How much fire do they got left? I am not sure. San Diego State's defense is pretty damn good. I think that'll be a fun game, but give me the points with San Diego State. J-Lo, the fun continues today with the Gator Bowl. It's 19th ranked Virginia plus 4.5 against 25th ranked Missouri, 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
Very intriguing game. I like that game a lot. I'll say Virginia. I think Missouri kind of went downhill at the end of the season. I left Virginia winning in a close one over Missouri.
Joey, you take home the bowl game day, heavy game day for bowls. We have 8 bowls today. LSU plus 1.5 against 21 ranked Houston in the Texas Bowl, 9:15 p.m. Eastern tonight.
Oh, Brian Kelly's gone, but his son's still there. Give me Houston to take it home.
And then J-Lo, is the Bowl Blitz probably won't be out until Wednesday. We'll go ahead and do the Birmingham Bowl. Monday, Georgia Southern minus 7.5 against Appalachian State.
Give me Appalachian State.
I will take the Independence Bowl, Coastal Carolina plus 8.5 against Louisiana Tech. Give me Coastal. I know they're going through coaching changes, a good amount of changes, but that 8.5 points seems like a lot. Joey, take us home. The Alamo Bowl, 16th ranked USC, minus 7 against TCU Tuesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern.
I'll go TCU.
Mrs. H texted in, Polish custom is Christmas last until February 2nd, the presentation of our Lord of the Temple for Polish fans. I love it, and we love the Polish news. So thank you very much, Mrs. H, for the insight. From the Bowl Blitz, we're heading over to Red Eyes Pick'em, where, remember, we will also continue with Toe in the Line this week. It will return as well as we get you guys ready for Week 18 of the NFL season, but we're on Week 17, so we'll start with today's game. And Joey, Houston Chargers, 4:30 Eastern. Remember, for Red Eyes Pick'em, spreads get thrown out.
Absolutely. Like I said earlier, go Chargers, go. I need them to win so my Colts can stay alive. The over-under is very low in the 2 games today. The first one due to great defenses, the second one due to quarterbacks. But give me the Chargers by a field goal to win it.
J-Lo, 8 o'clock Eastern tonight. Ravens plus 3 at Green Bay.
It's such a tough call because Love's not playing, but the Ravens haven't been playing well either. So I'm going to go with the Packers with Malik Willis at quarterback, winning a big one for Green Bay.
Now we got the great Mrs. H making her chat debut of the day. Morning, boys. Morning, Mrs. H. Hope all is well in Husker territory in Nebraska. I'm sorry, I got this one. Give me Seattle, 1 o'clock Eastern tomorrow in Carolina. I think Seattle is a better football team and puts them away. Joey, 1 o'clock Eastern tomorrow. Steelers at Cleveland.
I think this has trap game written all over it because even if Ravens were to win tonight, they're still back a little bit. I'm going to go with Cleveland with the upset.
Jayla, 1 o'clock Eastern tomorrow. Saints at Tennessee.
Very intriguing game because the Saints have been playing pretty well. At the same time, Titans got a big win against the Chiefs last week. Give me the Titans at home over the Saints. I think they're going to beat the Saints at home.
Give me the Patriots on the road in New York against the Jets tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern. I think they take care of them pretty dang easily. Joey, 1 o'clock Eastern tomorrow, Arizona and Cincinnati.
I'll take Cincy in a shootout.
The first time all year, we only have 2 4:00 games because of Christmas games and the Saturday games. J-Lo, 4:05 Eastern, Giants at Raiders.
Ugh, man, what an ugly game that's going to be. I'm going to go with the Giants. I think they'll beat the Raiders. The Raiders are just a bad football team. They're worse than the Giants, so Giants on the road.
4:25 Eastern, Eagles, Bills. Give me Buffalo in that one. I think they're playing a better brand of football. The Eagles are still a premier team, but give me the Bills. Joey, you get a big Sunday night matchup. 8:20 Eastern, the Bears travel to San Fran. Sunday night football on NBC tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, the Bears always find a way to win, it seems. So there will be like 10 seconds left. They'll be losing, and somehow they'll find a way to win.
Another Christmas miracle to be had, maybe, for Bears fans tomorrow night. J-Lo, take us home. Monday Night Football during the holidays. Last Monday night game of the year. Rams at Atlanta, 8:15 ESPN Monday night.
Believe it or not, I'm going to take Atlanta with the upset. They play pretty well on prime time, obviously. So to me, I like the Falcons over the Rams at home.
That'll be a big upset if that does indeed happen. We'll see if it does, and that is our Red Eyes Pick'em here on the Buccateers as we go from Week 17 Red Eyes Pick'em, where we pick the games, to the McKittrick Pick to Click in fantasy. We know it's either championship week or semifinals week for a lot of guys and gals out there who play fantasy. So we're here with our McKittrick Click to Pick in fantasy. Joey, we'll start with you. Who would you rather play out of Jacoby Myers or Devin Singletary? No PPR league, non-PPR. Devin Singletary or Jacoby Myers?
I mean, ever since Jacoby Myers has gotten to Jacksonville, it's really actually changed around their luck. He's a very good clubhouse guy, and he just knows how to play the game. Too bad he was stuck, in Oakland, LA, whatever you want to call it, for as long as he was. So probably Jacoby Myers.
J-Lo, would you go with Breece Hall or Bucky Irvin in your flex?
Ugh, tough one. I'm gonna go with Breece Hall. I think Breece Hall will have the better game because I think the Bucs are going to be throwing the ball more than giving it to Bucky.
And that'll do it for our McKittrick Pick to Click here on our Buccateers Christmas show. Live with Joey, live with J-Lo for a couple more minutes as we're getting into our final words and breadwinners. As breadwinners has been a great success for us this year. We have done very well. Many games over 500 and in the positives, hundreds of dollars. So let's keep the good times rolling during the Christmas holiday season. A lot of people need that extra money out there. J-Lo, final word for the program and breadwinner, my friend. Good to talk to you again.
No, absolutely. Looking forward to seeing y'all next week for a wonderful bachelor party for our brother Tones. It's going to be a fun time. Either way, we're going to make the best of it.
Whoa, clap.
Oh, I know, I need to stop that. But anyway, long story short, Bucs fans, don't give in. Don't wish our team to lose. If not, you're not a real fan. That's just how I feel about that. I think the Bucs are going to rebound and finally get back on the winning trail as they should. Beat a bad Dolphins team that should win by any means necessary. And then my breadwinner, I'm going to go with Virginia money line over Missouri. Give me Virginia Cavaliers. I think that'll be an intriguing game to pick right there. And plus, I will say this, the Lightning and Florida Panthers play tonight as well. Heavy rivalry. Hopefully, the Lightning get some payback and punch them in the fucking mouth. Go Lightning.
Wow, J-Lo calling it like it is right there. Has Virginia over Mizzou as his breadwinner. We are joined on Facebook by a big crowd right now. El Monito, David Ferrara, so many more people. We do appreciate it there. I'm going to give my final word. Just fucking win tomorrow, Bucs. Make my bachelor party a playoff game, damn it. That would be incredible not only for the Bucs, but for the people on the bachelor party. That would be something really cool there. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh live money line and Tampa Bay money line parlay 20 would win you $19. So give me Pittsburgh money line and Bucs money line parlay 20 to win 19 is my breadwinner. Pitt is alive right now in the Military Bowl, down 3. But go Penn State. Kickoff is in 9 minutes. Terry Smith is looking to get his 4th straight win, damn it. Let's go Penn State. We are Penn State. That'll be a fun one as they barely have any opt-outs there. Dabo and Terry Smith, 2 great coaches. Joey, take us home, breadwinner and final word, my friend.
Yeah, my breadwinner is going to be the Chargers because that's what I need most, and they're at home today. So in Harbaugh, we trust. And then my final word is, as we wrap up, get closer to wrapping up the regular season here, there also still is wrestling going on. AEW World ends tonight. MJF returns in a championship match.
Thank you, Pops.
Yes, sir. Thank you for that $49.99. Although, yeah, no, thank you.
No, there's going to be a lot on, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Well, it's also on HBO Max now. Yeah, no. Can't wait, and let's get it on. Let's have a good weekend. Please, Chargers. I literally don't care about any Christmas gift as long as you win today. Please, please, please lead to my Colts tomorrow with Uncle Phil.
Well, you could just give me my stuff back then. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, no, I'm kidding. Other than that, it's been Joey Nips, J-Lo, Tampa Tones here on a Christmas special. I'm very excited to not only be with the boys today for our Christmas party, but next week for the bachelor party. Hopefully not a lot of people have their feet on the table like that tonight and next week, but we'll see.
We just got to keep people out of prison and keep the streets clean.
Yeah, both tonight and next week. That's for damn sure. No bad Santa Claus is needed in the house. Joey, J-Lo, Tampa Nips, Tampa Tones, Joey Nips, J-Lo. Fire the damn cannons on the Buccateers. It's been a very fun show. Christmas party tonight, bachelor party next week. We'll see you gents in between. Until next time, go Bucs, go Colts, go Penn State. Have a great night, everybody.
Peace.
Bro, we'll put it like that.
Nice.
What's it like? I was actually there in attendance in Cleveland for Coe's first career NFL touchdown, which was awesome. And,
Awesome.
it was a great game. You could hear me on camera. I was just screaming, "Say it ain't so, Coe! Say it ain't so!" Sadly, from there, the game kind of went off the rails a little. That was the last high moment of that game, but it was a great game. Overtime loss, fun time.
Yeah.
But how was that moment for you? Seeing the first, whether it was on TV, in person, wherever you were, seeing his first NFL touchdown. How was that?
Well, dude, I mean, we were at home because it was a away game. We don't travel to a lot of the away games because we can get into that later. But to watch that and to think I wished I was there live. So to have your video was so cool. And just say, this is so cool. I mean, that was so cool for us. Catching it from Tom Brady, right? Like he's got the ball yet. I mean, first NFL touchdown means a lot, right? I mean, as a dad, that's just so cool to see. And it was fun to watch. And, it didn't have the outcome we wanted, but still the same.